he's only on $500, so he's paying a big tuition.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Looking to jumpstart your career affordably? Tri-County Tech is the place. Our award-winning school, powered by OK Career Tech, offers top-notch instructors and job placement support to help you secure your dream job. Join the workforce sooner with our programs, especially in high-demand fields like construction and healthcare. We provide quick and easy in-house financial assistance for most programs. With our new flexible year-round schedule for working adults, you can achieve your goals at your own pace. Classes start soon, so visit tricountytech.edu/adult and start your journey today.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes,
students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple. For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has...
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the BOK Center in downtown Tulsa. Grant Merrill, Tony Wilson along with you. Mallory Reams is our on-site producer today, and we're just about ready for senior girls action here at the Tournament of Champions between the Edmond Memorial Lady Bulldogs and the Quinton Lady Savages. Thank you for being with us today on Squirtle as we bring you the starting lineups for both of these ball clubs. Bailey Purdom, Terilyn Colston, Jayla King.
Miley.
Those are your among your starters for Quinton. We'll get you set up on Edmond Memorial here in just a moment. Tony, big game today.
It is, and Coach Craybaugh, I'm sure she had some not so pleasant words for her squad yesterday, as it appeared that they didn't come out prepared to play yesterday, Grant. They were extremely flat. So we'll see how all that changes today.
Jumping the opening tip, it'll be Avery Helmstead for the Edmond Memorial Lady Bulldogs, and she will go up against Alexis Purdom. And we're just about ready here at the BOK Center. Controlling the opening tip, Brooklyn Aska for the Edmond Memorial Lady Bulldogs. She tried to get around Bailey Purdom, and Purdom slapped it out of bounds trying to get the ball away from her, so it will stay with Edmond Memorial. Out on the left side, Helmstead, cross-court pass over to Aska. Back to Helmstead, her shot for three off the rim and no good. Quinton will take it the other direction. Moving into the front court, Jayla King. Her shot missing, and back the other direction. Here comes Edmond Memorial. From long range, shot draws iron and won't fall for Peyton Burke. Savages back the other direction, and here's a three-pointer on the way in for Bailey Purdom.
You're going to say that a lot today about three-pointers, Grant. This Quinton team, they will fire from anywhere, any point, anytime.
Out to the right wing. Maddie Kirk with the basketball. Her shot for three won't fall. Rebound in the stick back. Won't go either. Everybody fighting for it under the goal. Jump ball's called. And now Quinton will get to take it the other direction.
Helmstead, I just don't think that she's been herself in these two games. She missed the open three and then just missed that easy when they're underneath, Grant.
Back the other direction. Here comes Olivia Daniels. Daniels out to the right wing, gives it off to Alexis Purdom. Purdom back to the right corner. Three-pointers on the way and in for Alexis Purdom.
You better find them and you better guard them. They're going to be in the air before you can blink your eye. Coach Brad Davis, he likes it. He's a fast-paced kind of guy with these Lady Savages.
Up in the paint, 2-point shots in and out, no good for Janiah Williams. 6:09 left to go. Lady Bulldogs get their own rebound. Now for the wing, 3-point shot. Won't fall for Janiah Williams again. And Quinton will get to take it the other direction. These Purdom girls, they can play some basketball.
For sure.
Quinton, of course, one of the legendary basketball schools in this state. And here come the Lady Savages into the front court. Jayla King working it back over to the open Miley Needham. Needham kicks it down to Olivia Daniels once again. A foul called as she races the sideline, and this is going to be on Brooklyn Aska for the Lady Bulldogs. Inbound throw coming for the Lady Savages. Alexis Purdom trying to get it back in. Ball's dragged out of bounds, and now Edmond Memorial can take it the other direction. From the left wing, Aska gets her pocket picked. Quinton was trying to take it the other direction. Jayla King was trying to make her way out of the backcourt.
Stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds, and Edmond Memorial can get the ball back. Peyton Burke putting it back into play here. She'll work it back into Helmstead. Now to the left wing, 3-point shots, in and out, no good, and a foul called.
I believe that's going to be on 11, Brooklyn Aska.
5:18 left to play. After the foul on Aska, Quinton will be able to send it back to play here. Bailey Purdom will do the honors. 5:18 left to go in the first quarter. 6-0. It's all Quinton so far. Out of the backcourt, Bailey Purdom giving it back over to an open teammate. Olivia Daniels with the basketball, racing for the right wing. She'll give it back over to Alexis Purdom, and now As Avery Helmstead tries to steal it and take it the other way, the basketball dragged out of bounds. Last touch, Edmond Memorial. So the Savages will send it back into play. They'll lob it back into Olivia Daniels. 5 minutes left to go here. Daniels back to Alexis Purdom. Purdom closely guarded by Maddie Kirk. She'll work it down to the corner. 3-pointers on the way and in from Olivia Daniels. And now we've got a timeout taken. 4:44 left to play. Quinton on a 9-0 run over Edmond Memorial. Take a break and be back right after this. You're watching the Tournament of Champions on Squirtle.
As you travel down the road to the gold ball, know that you can always get a slam dunk of a deal at Jansen GMC on North Van Buren in Enid. It's always a smooth ride on a 2020 GMC Sierra, Canyon, Yukon, Terrain, or Acadia. Jansen's offers one of the best lineups of used cars, trucks, crossovers, and SUVs in Enid. Check JansenGMC.com for details. Drive a little, save a lot at Jansen GMC, 2602 North Van Buren in Enid. As you travel down the road to the gold.
Welcome back. 4:44 left to go in the first quarter. Our score 9-0. Quinton leading Edmond Memorial. Inbound throw given inside to Maddie Kirk for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll take it out to the top of the key. Kirk throwing it back through the air, finds an open teammate in Peyton Burke. Now the basketball knocked loose down low, and Quinton comes up with it. Lady Savages out of the backcourt with Alexis Purdom dribbling the basketball. She's trying to get past the double-team defense. They were hacking at her and had their hands on the basketball. Now, as everybody goes to the floor, we've got a whistle blowing, and Edmond Memorial able to take it the other direction. They'll send it back into Janiah Williams. Williams back over to Maddie Kirk. Kirk back to Janiah Williams. She'll move it back into Avery Helmstead. And now there's a travel with the basketball. That will leave Quinton to take it the other direction. Bailey Purdom working out of the backcourt. Purdom from the top of the key. Trying to find an open teammate. She'll work it left side to Alexis Purdom. Quick handoff into the hands of Miley Needham. Needham down to the corner finds Jayla King. King triple team. She works it back out to Needham. Foul called.
Helmstead, I believe, is going to be whistled for that one.
Playing some physical basketball in this first quarter. 9-0 if you're just joining us. 3:32 left to go in the first quarter. Inbound throw given in to Alexis Purdom. She'll take it out of the backcourt. Purdom closely guarded as she hands off to Bailey Purdom. Now a bounce pass as they'll get it back over to Miley Needham. They're going to call this one on Hannah Hamlin for the Lady Bulldogs.
Already the fourth team foul with 3:20 left here in the first quarter. Quinton will be in the double bonus from here out.
They'll lob it inside to Alexis Purdom. Alexis back over to Bailey. She's closely guarded by Maddie Kirk as she works through the front court. Quick handoff. Back over to Miley Needham. Now to Alexis Purdom once again from the wing. 3-point shot won't go. Edmond Memorial pulls down the rebound. Peyton Burke. Burke working it to the right wing to Maddie Kirk. Now Peyton Burke inside the arc. Fires a long two. It won't fall. As Quinton takes it the other direction. Edmond Memorial forces the turnover. From down on the baseline. Basketball's thrown out of bounds. And now Quinton will get to take it the other direction. Here come the Lady Savages. Aaliyah Daniels with the basketball. She'll work it over to Alexis Purdom, and a three-pointer is on the way and in.
It's raining trays.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
12-0. Quinton leading Edmond Memorial so far. And I think the whole town of Quinton is sitting behind us, Tony.
They are.
You can certainly hear them in the background. Hannah Hamlin with the basketball.
Which is awesome.
And now Quinton gets the basketball again as Memorial unhands it here. Into the front court, Olivia Daniels. Daniels driving in the paint. Outlet pass to the top of the key, and Bailey Purdom. Now to Alexis Purdom. 1:21 to play. They'll work it back over to Olivia Daniels. Now to Bailey Purdom once again. She'll throw it through the air to Jayla King. Bounce pass down low. Bailey Purdom puts the shot up, and it's on the way and in. Look at that replay there.
Beautiful execution.
Now here comes Edmond Memorial. A foul called as they were headed to the top of the key. Janiyah Williams had the basketball. Now Maddie Kirk, will send it back into play. 55 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Well, lob it into Janiyah Williams. Williams out around the perimeter. Brings it off to an open teammate. Basketball's loose and on the floor, a jump ball called. (14-0). Quinton leading Edmond Memorial so far with 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
I'm in disbelief.
Alexis Purdom trying to dribble to the wing. Goes off the toe of one of the Lady Bulldogs or Lady Savages, and the Lady Bulldogs will have it. Inbound throws given in to Janiyah Williams. She'll swing it back around to Maddie Kirk. Kirk out at midcourt, holding off here, 10 seconds left. Now they'll work it down to the left wing. Three-point shot won't fall for Peyton Burke. And now the horn sounds on the end of the first quarter.
Wow.
Quinton has shut out Edmond Memorial so far. Unbelievable. As we go to the second quarter, the Lady Savages lead at 14-0. We're back after this on Sportal.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Are you out of high school and looking for a career? At Tulsa Tech, you can explore exciting opportunities in IT, aviation, automotive, manufacturing, visual arts, and more. And Tulsa Tech offers a tuition-free scholarship for adults 18 to 23 years old. That's what I said, free. It's called the Accelerating Independence Scholarship. It's like fast-tracking into a career you love, can make money in, and a career with a future. Find out more about Tulsa Tech's Accelerating Independence Scholarship at tulsatech.edu. Are you out of high school and looking?
Well, a dominating performance so far for the Quinton Lady Savages in this First quarter of basketball here at the BOK Center. They lead the Edmond Memorial Lady Bulldogs 14-0. Quinton 5 of 7 from the field in the first quarter. 80% from the three-point line. What a game it's been so far. No stats to speak of for Edmond Memorial. Back the other direction. Here comes Quinton. Jayla King with the basketball. Bodies flying everywhere under the goal. Foul called. So one player went to the ground, and we'll see what they decide on the court here. They're going to call that foul on Avery Jumstead. Inbound throw comes to Bailey Purdom for Quinton. She'll sling it around to Jayla King. King back to Olivia Daniels. 14-0 our score. Daniels working it around the perimeter. Back over to the left wing. Long threes off the rim and no good. Rebound. Stick back. It won't go. Bailey Purdom couldn't do anything with it. Seven minutes left to go here. Todd Miller has rolled in. I think Todd might have been working as a parking attendant earlier this morning based on his neon shirt there. He'll be back. Yeah. 3-point shot missing and no good there. 6:40 left to play. Quinton into the front court. Out around the perimeter, they'll give it up to Jayla King. She'll hand off to Olivia Daniels. Daniels out at midcourt. 6:27 left to go in the first half. Daniels still dribbling. 14-0. Quinton leading it. Down to the right wing. 3-point shots on the way and in. Wow. Bailey Purdom from long range makes it a 17-0 ball game. Holy smokes. Now another 3-point shot, missing and no good for Edmond Memorial. Quinton will take it the other direction. Lady Savages have dominated in every part of this ball game, and there's another 3-pointer for Bailey Purdom. Holy smokes. 20-0, Quinton leading it. 5:48 left to go in the first half. Here comes Memorial. Avery Helmstead moving it back over to Peyton Burke. Now to Maddie Kirk down in the corner. Back to Peyton Burke. Ball's turned over. Quinton comes up with it again. Olivia Daniels racing into the front court. She'll work it back over to Bailey Purdom. Now from long range, a long three coming. It won't go for Jayla King. Daniels with the rebound. Her three off the glass, no good. A foul called as Jayla King came down with it, and they'll put this one on Hannah Hamlin of Edmond Memorial. I think that's her second of the ball game. You can see there on the camera, pretty good crowd coming in for this ball game today. 20-0 so far. Edmond Memorial leading Quinton leading Edmond Memorial if you're just joining us. Edmond Memorial trailing, I should say. Peyton Burke was trying to go to the basket, turn the ball over, and now the Savages have it. Alexis Purdom back between the circles, finds Olivia Daniels as she's backed out to the time stripe. Olivia snapping into motion here. She'll give it back over to Bailey Purdom. Now to the right wing. Alexis Purdom. She'll crank it up to the top of the key. 3-pointers on the way and in for Paisley Powell. Oh, my goodness. Quinton just putting on a show here today. 23-0. 4:20 left to go in the first half. My goodness. Edmond Memorial has obviously had some challenges these first two ball games, but today a lot of us are just here in disbelief that the fact that they've not been able to score so far in this first half. Here comes Quinton into the front court. Alexis Purdom feeding Jayla King under the basketball goal. She'll crank it out to the right wing, and a struggle there in the corner. Peyton Burke was coming after the basketball, and they'll call her for the foul. Bailey Purdom will send it back into play from just in front of the scorer's table here, and we've got a timeout taken. 3:57 left to go in the first half. Unbelievable. Quinton 23, Edmond Memorial 0. We'll take a break and be back right after this. You're watching the Tournament of Champions on Squirtle.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union. Summer job, babysitting.
Day 2 of the Tournament of Champions presented by Quick Trip here at the BOK Center in downtown Tulsa. I'm Grant Merrill. Thank you for being with us. Quinton leading Edmond Memorial 23-0. Unbelievable score so far. And just a dominating performance for the Lady Savages so far. Inbound throw given inside to Bailey Purdom to out of the break. We've got 3:51 left to play. Quinton turns the ball over, and Edmond Memorial can take it the other direction. Mallory Reams is doing a great job of producing for us today. Tony Wilson will be back here in just a few minutes as he took a quick break. Down in the paint, two-pointer won't fall for Avery Helmstead. And now a struggle under the goal. I'm not sure why we don't have video here of the court, but hopefully the BOK will get that fixed here in a moment. Maybe audio only for a second. Sorry about that. Inbound throw given inside to Alexis Purdom. She'll take it out of the backcourt, working it down to the corner. Out around the perimeter, Bailey Purdom. She's closely guarded there by Maddie Kirk as she heads for the left wing. Back up top, Purdom down to the right wing. She'll give it up to Jayla King. Back up top, three-point shot falls short. It won't go. Edmond Memorial will get to take it the other direction. So, of course, Quinton taking on a usual 6A giant, and these Edmond Memorial players searching for answers at this point. Janiah Williams finally breaks the curse, and the monkey is off their back. She gets one from the field, and it is 23-2. And that's something we're glad to see for these girls from Edmond Memorial. You hate to see struggles like that anywhere on the court. Alexis Purdom swinging it around to an open teammate. She'll give it back over to Miley Needham. Down to the corner, Miley for three. Her shot won't fall. So Quinton leading Edmond Memorial 23-2 now, and Lady Bulldogs finally in the scoring column. We're glad to see that. We sure enjoy competitive basketball here at the Tournament of Champions, and we know these Edmond Memorial girls can bring it. They just having a slow start today. There's another one from the field for Maddie Kirk. She'll make it 23-4. And hopefully these Lady Bulldogs are finally getting into their groove. Out of the backcourt, Olivia Daniels. She'll work it down to the right wing, giving it back over to Alexis Purdom. Purdom with a bounce pass, feeds a lady down low. 2-point shots on the way it in. How about that? Maddie Kirk the other way for Memorial. 25-4 our score. It's a 21-point lead for these Lady Savages. Ball turned over again. Olivia Daniels with it, and she'll take it out across the time stripe. Daniels launching into motion. Quick handoff to Alexis Purdom. Purdom brings it down to Bailey Purdom. There's a 3-point shot missing and no good. Rebound and a stick back on the way and in for Jayla King. 27-4 our score. Out of the corner. Here comes Memorial. 3-point shots on the way. It won't fall there for Peyton Burke. Ball's knocked loose. Everybody trying to go after it. And with 52 seconds left to play here, Edmond Memorial will have the basketball with Janiah Williams putting it back into play. Williams to Helmstead. Her shot off the rim and no good. Purdom will take it the other direction. Alexis Purdom bringing it back over to Olivia Daniels. Daniels with a handoff back over to Jayla King. Down in the paint, a 2-pointer on the way and in as a foul's called while Alexis Purdom is on her way to the hoop. They're going to give this one to Avery Helmstead. 28.7 seconds left to go in this first half. 29-4 our score, a 25-point lead for Quinton. Lady Savages. Inbound throw will come from Edmond Memorial and Peyton Burke. Burke back over to Janiah Williams. 23 seconds. Peyton Burke back over to the right wing. Pass inside comes from Hannah Hamlin. Ball's loose and picked up. Lady Bulldogs try to shoot a three, and we've got a foul called. They're going to call a blocking foul there on Jayla King. And back at the free throw line for Edmond Memorial, it'll be Trinity Palmer. First one's off the rim and no good. She'll have two more. She was beyond the three-point arc when she was fouled there. Next free throw's up is coming. Shot's up. Shot's good. So another point on the board for Edmond Memorial. Good to see there. Next free throw's on the way and in. 30-6. Trinity Palmer with 7 seconds left. Got that free throw, and as Quinton takes it the other direction, Daniels was headed for the hoop, and she's fouled. They're going to call this one on Peyton Burke, and that will put Olivia Daniels back at the free throw line with 5 seconds left to go in the first half. Well, don't forget, coming up here in just a few minutes, senior boys action here on Squirtle as the Dale Pirates take on Wilson. Todd Miller and Adam Dieselhorst will have the call of that one. And then a big slate of games tonight. 3-point shots on the way and in for Alexis Purdom and the Lady Savages. And we come to the end of the first half. Our score 33-6 after 2. Take a break and be back right after this. You are watching the Tournament of Champions fueled by Quick Trip here on Squirtle.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Hill Spring Church in Sand Springs, we'd like to invite you to join us for one of our worship services, Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at the Charles Page High School Auditorium.
You can worship with us online at our website, hillspring.tv, our YouTube channel, or on Facebook Live.
We offer exciting programs for kids of all ages and a fun family atmosphere where it's easy to connect and find a place to belong.
Join us this Sunday. We'll save you a seat.
Hill Spring Church, making a difference together.
For a lot of people with a fear of their credit score and wanting a new or used car loan, this is the last place that one wants to be. Well, at Western Sun Federal Credit Union, a marginal credit score doesn't necessarily mean no. In fact, they have a terrific record of getting members approved, and all it requires is this. Give Western Sun a look for low rates and a fast response. I doubt you'll be disappointed. WSFCU.com.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. We've been around since 1901, proudly serving the communities of Northwest Oklahoma and Southern Kansas. We are making banking easy. Whether you're at home, in the office, or waiting for the next quarter to start, our online or mobile banking options help you to juggle busy schedules and financial needs. So stop by and see us at any of our locations in Alva, Burlington, Freedom, Enid, and Kiowa, Kansas. We plant roots where others have branches. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day to keep you safe and continue to give you the best care so you can feel comfortable here. Not because Stillwater Medical is a healthcare provider, but because we're your provider. And we're ready to see you and serve you right here at home. No matter what comes our way.
Well, we welcome you back to the Tournament of Champions here at the BOK Center in downtown Tulsa. At the half, Quinton leading Edmond Memorial 33-6. Linda Drink was supposed to be our halftime guest. We've got two of our Special Olympics teams playing each other, one from Poto and the other one from Catoosa. Barry Lewis from the Tulsa World sitting in, and he just happened to be over here, so I happened to give him a headset. How are you, sir?
Great, but to me, I've just witnessed the most stunning first half in girls' Tournament of Champions history.
You know, when you look at Edmond Memorial and the powerhouse team that they've been, and for them to only be able to put 6 points on the board, and one of the, the first of which coming in the second quarter, I mean, I don't think we've ever seen anything like that here at the TOC.
No, I mean, yesterday we saw Quinton get shut out in the first quarter against Lincoln Christian and eventually got down 25-0.
Right.
And today we see the script is totally flipped, where it was Quinton that was up 23-0.
They got the fire under them lit for sure. And, looking back at we talk about all the games we've seen over the years. If you buy a program here, there's two sections called a look back in both the boys and the girls action. Terrell Lester, our good friend, has compiled a lot of that, but a lot of that's been compiled by the work that you and Mike Brown have done over the years. And this has just been such a big thing that the Tulsa World has been hand in hand with for over 5 decades now.
Yes, ever since the first tournament back in 1966. And it has really grown throughout the years. And it's an amazing tradition and history involved with this tournament.
What have been the things that have stood out to you about this tournament so far?
This particular tournament, this year's tournament?
Besides the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that was stunning. Yesterday, we saw 2 incredible games, and on the boys' side that went right down to the wire, Millwood and Crossing Christian. And then, of course, Weatherford and Dale, just sensational games. They lived up to the expectations, and that's setting up for some really interesting semifinals today on both the boys and girls sides.
What do you make so far of the Owasso Rams this year and Jalen Montanati? And I mean, they went down to Florida last week and played in one of the nation's premier tournaments and took down 2 top 10 teams in the country. I mean, this is a huge deal for Brian and a huge deal for this Owasso Rams team that just frankly had its challenges before this round of kids came along.
Yeah, it is incredible. I mean, and then to come out and play like they did last night against Wilson of Henrietta to win by 39 after, I mean, Owasso's played like an NBA type schedule in the last week or so. And so that was really impressive what Owasso did last night. Well, of course, what they did last week. I mean, beating 2 top 10 teams. Yeah, I think Brian Montanati was wondering if any team from Oklahoma had ever pulled that off, especially in the span of a week, or span of 3 days or whatever. And I don't remember that ever being the case.
Well, your crew is all over the place. It's a busy week for holiday tournaments. Of course, OU playing in the Armed Forces Bowl, and you guys have the legendary Barry Tramble on your team now. I know he's down there doing some coverage along with Eric Bailey. So it's a good time to have a subscription to the Tulsa World.
Yes, it is. Thank you. And Mason Young's also a big part of the coverage. And, yes, we've got it all covered locally, that's for sure.
I know that as the regular season rolls around for basketball, lots of good action within TPS and just lots of good action within Green Country in general. Outside of the Tournament of Champions participants, who are some of the teams that you're keeping your eye
on? A team that I've really been impressed with early on this season, I've seen them play a couple times, is Cassia Hall.
Right.
Look out for them in 3A. I can see a Cassia Millwood showdown eventually. And I like Memorial. I think Memorial's got a lot of potential. Tulsa Memorial, boys and girls too, but the boys team especially, whether it's going to be enough for them to win another state title, I don't know, but I think they'll be back in the state tournament this year. That's my prediction.
All right, Barry Lewis, Tulsa World, we appreciate you dropping by. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. The great scribe himself, Barry Lewis, dropping by. Come on over, Linda Drink. Fresh off the floor. And what a lovely thing to see today, to have 2 of our Special Olympics teams represented in the Poto Pirates and the Catoosa Indians, and you got to be out there in the middle of it.
Yeah, that was so fun. Yes.
I'm going to adjust your microphone just a little so we can hear you there. And I know this was your off day, and you weren't going to be calling any games, but you got to call that one. So.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was fun.
Well, I know that one of the reasons I wanted to have you on here was to talk a little bit about the officiating, because, one of the points of pride within this tournament is the fact that, when the girls are out there, it's all lady referees. When the men are out there, it's all men referees. And, that is something that we don't always get to see at these tournaments. And, it's kind of a sign to a lot of these young ladies who are coming up in sports that there's room for them in the world of officiating as they advance their careers.
That is correct. We would love to have some of them when they get done. Come and join us.
Is it a hard time to find officials right now?
Very hard time. Very.
What would you say to some of these folks? I know we always joke that we ought to give a striped shirt and a whistle to some of these folks in the stands to see if they could do it better. I know that, there's some folks who've outplayed the sport, or even if they haven't played the sport, and they're quick learners and can get in shape to do it, that there's a lot of opportunities to serve your community, and it's a good, nice extra income.
That it is. And if anyone that's listening to this, if you're very interested in it, just get in contact with us, or get on the state website and you can see how to become an official.
Now, I'm not supposed to ask ladies this, but how long have you been refereeing?
Oh, I can't remember.
I know you've got a wealth of experience, I know.
I've been reffing probably 22 years now.
So what are some of the best teams that you've seen that you remember so far?
I'm kind of biased. I think some of the Tulsa Public School teams are some of the best ones that I've seen.
Well, I know we got to see you over at Edison the other night, and they were, of course, playing the Durant Lady Lions. What a tragedy for Coach Will Robinson and his family. The last couple of days, as of course we lost him in that car accident, but that you do a lot of TPS games, and that's a lot of work for you and a lot of fun, I know.
It's fun. I love what I do.
Well, if somebody were wanting to be a part of the officiating crew and wanting to learn, what's their first what is their first point of contact? Who do they need to
First, they
reach
need
out
to register with the state.
Okay.
And then once they register, they can always get a hold of us through our association, Tulsa Officials of Oklahoma, and we'll get them started. We go through training sessions during the summertime, and even during the year, we still do training and scrimmages, so they'll get hands-on experience.
Well, I told you I was going to get a headset on you before we got through this tournament, and I'm so glad you came over to visit with me. And we look forward to seeing you on the floor with some of our TPS teams and even some of our other teams throughout the basketball season.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So much. I'm going to tell Raymond Ships you did a great job and maybe outperformed him a little on his interview. So.
All righty. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Linda Drink joining us. She's, of course, a longtime administrator with the Tulsa Public Schools and in their IT department, and she's also one of the prominent basketball officials in this area, and one of the ladies that has a big involvement in high school sports here in the state, and we are in her debt for all that she does. Tony Wilson has found his way back. We figured that he might have gotten lured into the hospitality room because they have a meal from Baxter's going on in there, but he finally made his way back. And Quinton firing a missed three-point shot there. Avery Helmstead working it the other direction. She'll fire a two, 33-8. And Tony, it looks like Edmond Memorial is playing with a faster pace, and they look like a different team in this first few minutes of the second half.
They really do, Grant, and that's what I thought they needed it yesterday, and I thought they needed it in the first half as well.
Sometimes you just have to have that fire lit under you.
Nice.
Up and under, a two-point shot on the way and in for Jayla King. 35-8 our score. Quinton still with a big lead. Janiah Daniels headed for the hoop. Foul called on the Lady Savages as she tried to make her way through traffic there and got hacked at by Alexis Purdom. And that will leave Janiah Daniels back at the free throw line.
You know, some people say that Quinton came to play today, but this is the way they play every game.
It's absolutely, that is a fact. And there's a lot of good basketball coming out of that portion of Oklahoma. You look at Quinton and you look at some of the other schools,
been good down there.
Pittsburgh and Kiowa.
Yeah.
Basically anywhere that shows up on my driving record there on Highway 75 usually has a pretty good ball club.
No doubt.
Janiah Daniels with another free throw coming, and her next one puts Edmond Memorial in double digits. So there is that. 35-10 our score. And, of course, talking with Barry Lewis of the Tulsa World at the half, and, you know, we talking about just how speechless we were that that first half ended up like it did. Hadn't seen that in the Tournament of Champions in a long, long time.
Well, I mean, I still say, I mean, by all accounts, Avery Helmstead's one of the, one of the best catch and shoot three-point shooters in the country. I mean, she grades out at like 95, 97% on all platforms, Grant. And the Utah signee, she just hasn't been here for him.
Back up top, Alexis Purdom gets her pocket pick. Janiah Daniels into the front court. 2-point shots on the way and in.
Yeah, Daniels, she's a catalyst right now for this Lady Bulldog team.
I have not had a chance to look so far, and I should have been better prepared. But what do we know about college offers for some of these Quinton girls?
That I don't know. I mean, you know as well as I do that the smaller the school, the tougher it is. But you know, there's probably some Southeastern guys down there, or Murray, or
right,
some along those lines.
3-point shot missing and no good. And a foul called as they try to stick it back up and in. 35-12 our score, 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Let's not make any mistake also. Yesterday, Memorial was beaten by an excellent Fort Gibson team.
Yes. Scott Lowe and his crew have it going on, and it'll be interesting to see what they could do tonight. First free throw on its way and in. And I have a feeling Scott will have a collection of gold balls by the time he retires. Next free throw up and coming. Shots on the way it in. Avery Helmstead will get that one. It's 35-14. Out of the backcourt, Jayla King. King pushing forward, moving it back over to Alexis Purdom. And now a turnover back the other way. Here comes Janiah Daniels. Her shot for two off the glass, no good. Rebound back the other way. Here comes Olivia Daniels. She'll move it back over to Miley Needham. Needham backed out to the time stripe. She'll get a quick bounce pass over to Hannah Hamlin. Bailey Purdom.
Not that Quinton Grant necessarily needs to slow this pace down here, but just take a deep breath right now and just kind of let this run by Memorial settle down.
Out around the perimeter, long three coming. Shots on the way and in. Wow.
That'll settle it down.
Janiah Daniels racing for the hoop. She tries to put up a shot, and it's missing and no good. And I know one thing that Edmond Memorial will likely have learned today is that just can't afford slow starts, and they've got to play like they're playing in the second half from the opening whistle.
For sure.
Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Up and under, a shot's off the glass and no good for Edmond Memorial. These Quinton folks have followed their team all the way to Tulsa, and they are not quiet.
Nope, nor should they be.
No, absolutely. Missed shot there for Edmond Memorial and Avery Helmstead. She goes to the ground. The whistle blows, and we've got a foul called on Quinton. And that will leave the Lady Bulldogs back at the free throw line to send it back in. Maddie Kirk putting it back into Helmstead as she goes up for two. A foul called, and this is going to be on Paisley Powell. Hadn't heard that chant in a while.
Oh, man.
Free throw line. Next one's coming. Shots on the way in.
I love it. You know, this Quinton squad, Grant, they're 7-3 on the season, and they'll take on all comers.
Yeah.
They play Preston in 2A, Wilberton 2A, Roland in 3A, win. Beat Wewoken 94-39, 60-34 over Marlowe, 3A Jones. Lost to Latta and Kiowa.
4:26 to play here. Down on the baseline, 2-point shots in and out, no good for Helmstead and the Lady Bulldogs. 38-16 our score, 4:20 left to go in this third quarter. You know, based on some of the concerts I've been to here, these kids behind us are some of the more entertaining acts that the BOK has hosted.
Oh, yeah. We had point spreads and lines and all sorts of stuff.
Inbound pass given in to Janiah Williams.
Funny thing is they're up 22.
They are. Long three coming. It won't fall. Savages pull down the rebound. That's Bailey Purdom. Purdom's got two girls on her in the backcourt. She'll push forward, giving it back over to Jayla King. King kicking it back over to the corner. Trying to find Alexis Purdom once again. Back up top, Bailey Purdom with the basketball. She'll work it back over to Olivia Daniels. Quick handoff, back over to Alexis Purdom, now to the right wing, 3-point shot. Falls short, it won't go. Back the other direction. Here comes Memorial. They'll work it over to Brooklyn Aska. Back up top. 3-pointers on the way and in for Avery Helmstead. Timeout on the floor as the Quinton Lady Savages want to talk things over. Our score, Quinton 38, Edmond Memorial 19, 3:13 left to go in the third quarter. Take a break and be back after this on Squirtle.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Feel safe and secure with Arlo Wireless Outdoor Camera, available at Pioneer. Arlo offers top-notch protection with crystal clear video quality, rain or shine. Monitor your home from anywhere with remote smartphone access. Whether you're at home or on the go, Arlo keeps you connected to what matters most. Trust Arlo and Pioneer to keep your home safe and secure. Visit gopioneer.com to get
3:13 left to go in the third quarter. Our score, 38-19. Quinton leading Edmond Memorial. Grant Merrill along with you this morning. Actually, this afternoon as we've moved on past lunchtime. Time flies when you're having fun, Tony.
Absolutely. I'm kind of disappointed this is our last game of the day.
Well, I know it. We're going to have to bribe somebody to get those night games. Over to the right wing, a three-point shot on the way and in for Edmond Memorial's Peyton Burke. And here come the Lady Savages. Daniels out of the backcourt. She'll take it out across the time stripe. Bounce pass over to the right side of Bailey Purdom. Her shot for three won't fall. A rebound. Lob it back over to Olivia Daniels. Daniels with a handoff over to Alexis Purdom. Up front, 2 pointers over the rim and no good for Paisley Powell. Memorial taking it the other way. Helmstead firing a two. Whistle blows as she was headed to the hoop, and they're going to call this one on Olivia Daniels. That'll leave Maddie Kirk to send it back into play for Memorial.
Double bonus for Memorial.
Avery Helmstead at the free throw line, ready to take her first one. And you said the University of Utah.
Yes, sir.
A Ute.
A Lady Ute.
Lady Ute. Next free throw up and coming. Always enjoyed Mike Leitz's assessment of that conference when he was comparing mascots. If you're up against a Ute, could it be a Minuteman? Does he have a rifle?
A true treasure. Gone too soon.
No kidding. Down in the paint, 2-point shots missing and no good for Jayla King. Back the other direction, Helmstead. She'll work it back over to Janiyah Williams. That shot's on the way and in.
20-5 in this third quarter for the Lady Bulldogs, Grant.
And this is what the Tournament of Champions is all about, because Edmond Memorial's at least trying to stage an epic comeback, and they're capable of doing it. Back the other direction, up and under. 2-pointers on the way and in for Maddie Kirk.
Wow.
And, folks, we have a 10-point ball game. Wow.
In case you didn't know, it was 27 at halftime.
Check over there to see if Barry Lewis has his seatbelt buckled.
Grant wants to know if you have your seatbelt buckled for this one. He wants to know if you have your seatbelt buckled for this game.
Free throws up and coming. Shots on the way. Bounces high off the back iron, and it won't go. We've got a foul called.
Helmstead whistle for the foul.
Inbound throw given into Olivia Daniels. Back over to Alexis Purdom. Now a steal coming away with it. Janiyah Daniels. Her shot on the way and in. Or Janiyah Williams, I'm sorry. And it's an 8-point ball game. Edmond Memorial playing lights out in the second half. Here comes Olivia Daniels. She'll work it right wing. 3-point shot. Missing and no good for Alexis Purdom. A foul called as one girl goes to the ground there. And this is going to be on Janiyah Williams. And it will leave the Savages to send it back into play here. Alexis Purdom to do the honors with 55 seconds left to go in the third. And a foul called as Memorial tries to take it out away from him in the backcourt. I think we're going to have 2 shots here.
Yeah, the ball's way down there, though.
Well,
the ball got away.
The ball was headed out like it was going to roll down the IDL later. And we're going to put Hannah Hamlin back at the free throw line for Edmond Memorial. Her first one's up and coming. Free throws up, free throws good. 7-point ball game, Mr. Wilson.
Unbelievable.
Next free throw's on its way, good. 6-point game, 38-32. An explosive third quarter for the Lady Bulldogs. Somewhere the voice of Edmond Memorial, Tony Sellers, is probably wishing he was up here watching this game.
My buddy Sam Roberts, he's a Memorial guy, and he's texting me, and he's probably excited as well.
Bianca Morena draws a foul as she was headed across midcourt. She'll go to the free throw line here. First one's up and coming. Shots on the way, good. Another free throw's coming. Next one's up. It's off the rim, no good.
Nice save.
Out around the perimeter, a 3-point shot. Missing.
That looked like me shooting one there.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but.
Go ahead. I understand.
Now going to the free throw line is Jayla King. 37 seconds left to play. Wholesale substitutions coming from Edmond Memorial. First one's in and out, no good.
15, Emma Floyd in for Quinton.
Next free throw's up and coming. Shots off the rim and no good. Back the other way, Miley Needham.
I don't have a 31 on my roster.
Well, I don't either. We've had a lot of roster changes at the last minute. Of course, we put together the program, so we worked with what we had at the time.
That's all you can do, sir.
Needham out around the perimeter. Jayla King with the basketball now. Quick handoff into the hands of Alexis Purdom. Purdom back out to King, back up top to Moreno. Or Needham, I'm sorry. Now down to Purdom again. Out to the left wing, Needham for 3. Her shot won't fall. 2 seconds, 1 second. At the buzzer. No time to do anything, and we've come to the end of the third quarter. My, how the tables have turned.
26-6.
A 39-32 game, Quinton leading Edmond Memorial. Buckle up and hold on. We'll be back in just a minute. You're watching the Tournament of Champions, fueled by Quick Trip on Squirtle.
The future comes fast. which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here. Farming today isn't just about...
Western Sun Federal Credit Union has 6 Tulsa locations to serve you. They bring us the numbers for the boarding session games. And what does that Western Sun stat update look like in the third quarter for Edmond Memorial?
7 of 14 from 2s, 2 of 3 from 3, and 10 of 11 from the charity strike. For Quinton, 2 of 11, 1 of 8, and 1 of 4.
Edmond Memorial trying to stage probably the most epic comeback in Tournament of Champions history. 3-point shot, ball short, it won't go. Rebound, Janiah Williams. She'll work it the other direction. Up and under. She'll fire it 2. It's off the rim, but the foul's called as she's on her way up. And here we go. She's going to the free throw line to try to narrow this deficit in a 7-point game.
Looks like Paisley Powell did a pretty good job being vertical there, Grant. Not sure maybe if it happened before she went up.
First free throws up and coming. Shots on the way, good. She'll have another one. Next free throw on the way and in. These boys behind us have the ability to make the most high-pitched sounds I've
know what they do.
Ever heard by a human.
They stepping on their own toes or something?
Out around the perimeter, Paisley Powell with the basketball for Quinton. She'll work it back over to Bianca Morena. Morena moving it over to Jayla King. King down to the right wing. Bailey Purdom back around the perimeter. Backed out toward the time stride. Moving into motion, she'll give it over to Bianca Morena. 3-point shots over the rim and no good. Rebound, Edmond Memorial. Janiah Williams working it up front. She'll take it in the paint. 2-pointers on the way and in. 6:46 left to play here. It is a 3-point ball game. For a team that couldn't buy a bucket in the first half, this Edmond Memorial team is close to doing the unthinkable.
What a steal.
Went back both ways as Jayla King came up with the basketball. Now Janiah Williams. Her shot for 2. On the way and in. It is a 1-point game, 39-38.
Unbelievable.
Folks, what a comeback for Edmond Memorial that we've seen so far. It's far from over. 6:20 left to go. Quinton 39, Edmond Memorial 38. We're back after this.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes. Is your school or booster club looking for ways?
Well, friends, it was 33-6 at the half. It is 39-38 going into the fourth quarter. Edmond Memorial trailing by 1. Tony.
With 5 seconds left in the first half, 27-point lead. I mean, this is monumental.
Absolutely.
Barry doesn't know what the largest comeback win is. He said this is probably it. We'll try to ask Mick here in a minute.
We'll get him over to at least ask the question. I mean, it may be a state record at this point. Don't know. At least in a tournament game. Jayla King with the basketball.
I have to get Chris Wilfong on the phone. I was at the game.
I guarantee you the late J.V. Haney probably could have told us off the top of his head what the biggest comeback was. He was at almost every game for 50 years. God rest his soul. Chris Lincoln might know. I don't know. He's come to a lot of them as well. Inbound throw coming. Working back over to Alexis Purdom.
Mr. Wilson does not know.
Now to Bailey Purdom.
Sorry.
I'm not sure when we made the program if that's something that we kept up with or not. There was a lot of information that was handed to us to put in there from Terrell Lester, but I can't remember off the top of my head. 2 pointers on the way in, and Edmond Memorial has taken a 1-point lead, 40-39.
Janiah Williams has just been a beast here in this second half.
Savage is out of the backcourt. Bailey Purdom with the basketball. She'll work it back over to the open teammate, Bianca Morena. Morena closely guarded. She works into the front court as Peyton Burke was hacking at her, though. Call a 5-second violation, and now Edmond Memorial will get to take it the other way, and everything is following the Lady Bulldogs' way in the second half, Tony.
Well, strangely enough, Quinton's only scored 6 here in the second half. That's what Edmond Memorial scored. So,
well, the stands behind us have gotten a lot quieter. That's for sure. I think a lot of these Quinton folks are probably as stunned as we are to see this comeback.
They need to be on their feet cheering their girls on right now. That's what they should be doing.
Yep. Out around the perimeter for Memorial. Brooklyn Aska now to the right wing. 3-pointers on the way and in for Helmstead. And it's 43-39. Edmond Memorial taking now a 4-point lead. Holy smokes. Jayla King back up top, finds an open lady in Olivia Daniels. 3-point shot won't go. Loose basketball's picked up by the Lady Savages. Miley Needham puts it up and in, and we're back to a 2-point ball game. 43-41. Memorial on top by 2. Williams out of the backcourt, taking it out to the top of the key, and now we've got a timeout taken by Edmond Memorial. What an afternoon. My goodness, 3:58 left to go in this ball game. You only find ball like this at the Tournament of Champions, fueled by Quick Trip. We'll be back after this on Squirtle.
Our brand, Octus Legacy Private Wealth Management, is a reflection on our commitment to our clients, each other, and the growth we hope to achieve. As friends for multiple years, we operate like a tight-knit family where harmony and collaboration thrive. Our dedicated team of financial professionals complement each other, drawing on decades of shared experience. With a keen eye for detail, we understand each other's strengths, allowing us to deliver quality service. Our camaraderie extends beyond the workplace. We connect as friends, checking in over the weekends to stay connected. Our bond transcends the typical 9-to-5 workday, reflecting our commitment to genuine relationship. To become a client today, call us at 405-252-5925. Our brand, Octus.
Alongside our on-site producer, Miss Mallory Reams, I'm Grant Merrill along with Tony Wilson, as this is Squirtle's live coverage of the 59th Annual Tournament of Champions. Edmond Memorial coming back from a 33-6 halftime deficit to take a 43-41 lead with 3:58 left to go in the ballgame. My goodness. We have seen a barn burner today. And here's a 2-pointer on the way for Janiah Williams. And coaches, if you are not looking at Janiah Williams, you need to
open your eyes.
Start making some phone calls. She is the real deal. She has put this team on her shoulders in the second half and really done some big things. 3-point shot missing for Miley Needham. Lady Savages get their own rebound. Bailey Purdom shot missing. .324 left to go. And now I believe we got a 5th foul on somebody.
Scouts grade her to 94 out of 100.
Wow. That may be going up today. Peyton Burke got her 3rd foul there. I think there was a miscommunication somewhere. They thought she had 5.
Committed, Oregon.
Well, she will give the Lady Ducks quite a presence there. She pulls down a rebound and works it back over to Helmstead. And now we've got a foul call.
She is a Lady Duck.
Well, she'll get plenty of good Nike gear over the next few years.
No doubt.
Peyton Burke will send it back into play here.
Now we got 5 fouls.
So Olivia Daniels coming out of the ball game and Bianca Morena coming in. Inbound throw given inside to Helmstead for the Lady Bulldogs.
Sam Dage is 31 for Memorial.
Back over to Brooklyn Aska. Aska driving inside. Out around the perimeter, they'll work it to the corner. Maddie Kirk popping it back out to Helmstead at midcourt. She'll work it back over to Brooklyn Aska.
Quinton's going to have to come out of that zone.
Yeah, Memorial's just trying to hold on to the basketball for as long as they can with a 4-point lead and 2:27 left to play in the basketball game. At least the regulation portion.
Is this a tale of 2 halves?
I think so. And now the basketball thrown away is Peyton Burke. Threw it across the corner of the court trying to find an open teammate, and nobody was there to get it. And if you're Quinton, you have to take advantage of that gift right here. Inbound throw given into Jayla King. King out of the backcourt, gets a bounce pass over to the right wing, finding Miley Needham. Needham out around the perimeter, closely guarded, gets a quick handoff back over to Blanca Marina. Up and under, 2-point shots blocked as Alexis Purdom went up for it. They'll call the foul on Edmond Memorial, and this one is going to go on Peyton Burke. Peyton Burke will send Alexis Purdom back to the free throw line here. 1:56 left to play in this one. First free throw is on its way and in.
Hannah Hamlin in for the Lady Bulldogs.
Another free throw up and coming. Free throws up, free throws off the rim and no good. Janiah Williams trying to drive out of the backcourt. Couldn't do it on the first try. Brooklyn Aska will send it back in. Another basketball almost knocked away. Aska out of the backcourt. Trying to work it to an open teammate. Couldn't complete the pass. Quinton got it, and here come the Lady Savages. Morena with the basketball. She'll work it out to Alexis Purdom. Purdom out between the keys, finding Morena. Morena over to Bailey Purdom once again. The 3-point shot won't go. Rebound. And an attempt at the stick back. Cut off there as Jayla King was going up for it. And they're going to call that one on Janiah Williams. So another foul on the Oregon commit. And back at the free throw line is Jayla King.
$14 all from Fort Worth.
Yeah. Never usually root against members of the Navy, but today's an exception. First free throws on the way it in. Jayla King with another one coming, minute 25.
Peyton Burke back in.
Next free throw. In and out, no good. Williams with the rebound. Janiyah got her pocket picked at half court. Bailey Purdom coming up with it. She'll work it over to an open Maddie Kirk. Now we've got a timeout. Minute 11 left to go in this one. 45-43 our score. Edmond Memorial by 2. Back after this 1 minute break on Squirtle.
This Legacy Private Wealth Management is a reflection on our commitment to our clients, each other, and the growth we hope to achieve. As friends for multiple years, we operate like a tight-knit family where harmony and collaboration thrive. Our dedicated team of financial professionals complement each other, drawing on decades of shared experience. With a keen eye for detail, we understand each other's strengths, allowing us to deliver quality service. Our camaraderie extends beyond the workplace. We connect as friends, checking in over the weekends to stay connected. Our bond transcends the typical 9-to-5 workday, reflecting our commitment to genuine relationship. To become a client today, call us at 405-252-5925.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
1:11 left to go in this one. 45-43. Out of the back court, Edmond Memorial had it. Janiyah Williams couldn't get a hand on it and pushed it out of bounds.
Aska threw her a fastball down at the knees. That was hard to handle.
And now the Savages have it. Inbound throw, give it into Alexis Purdom.
And a chance to retake the lead.
And now a timeout taken by Quinton. 45-43, a minute left in this game. We'll take a break and be back after this on Squirtle.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963. Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service.
Actually, it was a read.
Welcome back. 45-43, a minute and 3 seconds left to go in this one. Edmond Memorial coming back from a 33-6 deficit at the half, and they lead it by 2 with a minute left to go. Savages into the front court. From the wing, a three-pointer on the way in. And Quinton takes a 1-point lead.
Yes, sir.
Folks, we have a ball game. Here comes Janiyah Williams. Into the front court. She'll work it around the perimeter. Williams with a handoff to Maddie Kirk. Kirk down on the left wing. Finds an open lady. They'll push it back over to Helmstad. Helmstad right side to Brooklyn Aska. 25 seconds left to go. Aska back around the perimeter. Giving it back over to Peyton Burke. Back to Williams, up and under. Her shot won't fall. Stick back, won't go either. Quinton with the basketball. 10 seconds left. And they're going to try to hold
It's only 4 fouls.
We got a foul.
Only 4.
Maddie Kirk will be the guilty party on this one. And with 9.5 seconds left to play here, Quinton will have the inbound throw.
Holy cow.
And now we've got a timeout. We will keep it right here. With 9.5 seconds left to go here. A 1-point ball game between Quinton and Edmond Memorial. Tony, if you're either coach, what are you telling your teams here?
Well, if I'm Coach Brad Davis, I got to tell them, be strong with the basketball. Protect it. Possession arrow is in favor of Memorial. They've got they're going to be on their 5th foul. If they foul, to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And if I'm Coach Crayball, immediately trying to knock one away, you're going to have to face guard, I think, here, Grant, and make sure that they try not to get the ball in. Quinton is out of timeouts, so they're going to have to get it in or face a 5-second call for sure.
Inbound throw coming in from Morena. Janiah Williams. Guard Morena will throw it in here. Trying to find a teammate. They'll pop it back in the backcourt to Alexis Purdom, and she's immediately fouled.
You got the junior Purdom going to the line with a 1-point lead.
Fouls on Brooklyn Aska. Purdom going to the free throw line here.
She's going to make both of these. Helmsted's going to make it 3 to force overtime.
Okay.
But I would be fouling if I was Quinton because I have 1 to give.
First free throw on the way in. Did we get overtime pay on this?
We get pay at all?
I don't know. Next free throws on the way in.
All right, there's part of the equation.
Yeah, you predicted that one. Out
Here
of
comes the other part.
Helmstead, 3-pointer, falls short.
On the floor, so that's 4.
4.4 seconds left to play, and a foul call. And they're going to put this one on Bailey Purdom.
Timeout Memorial.
And Memorial will talk things over. We're back in 30 seconds on Squirtle.
What a game.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Edmond Memorial out of the break. 4 seconds left. Inbound throw coming. Helmstead for 3. Her shot falls short. And the game is over. Quinton has protected their lead despite a huge comeback attempt from Edmond Memorial. They were down 33-6 at the half. Our final score, Quinton 48, Edmond Memorial 45. What a ball game.
39-13, you get outscored in the second half and you win the game. That in itself is pretty remarkable. What a clutch 3 in the corner, Grant, to win the game.
We got a good one coming up next. Dale and Wilson, Todd Miller and Adam Dieselhorst will have the call of that one. We hope that you can stick around. Thank you to Maddie Reams, our wonderful on-site producer. For Tony Wilson, I'm Grant Merrill. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay tuned. We've got a full slate of action all day and all night from the Tournament of Champions on Squirtle.